Good evening, students.
Good evening, sir.
How are you guys?
Fine, sir.
Yeah, we'll wait for 2 minutes for others. I think 10 members. I think few members going to join. Might be. Meanwhile, we can start statistics. It's a complete different and upcoming, the most demanding, where we have to improve. Even if we want to go science and technology, statistics is placing a key role in upcoming days. So you've done something related to statistics from your previous classes. So before getting into technically solving some questions, here most of the questions are straight formula based. If you know one question, then you can able to do any number of questions. That level only we are having in statistics. But we will go in a different way to understand the statistics, what we are going to do here. First of all, I need to know what you are going to do in statistics. What is the difference between what are the math we've done so far and this topic? Who is going to share? I need your inputs. What we are going to do, please, everyone. I am expecting response from everyone. Students.
So we collect data, particular data of information, and then we find mean, median, or mode according to.
In your meaning, what is the meaning of data? You are saying collecting data. So first tell me what is the data, then I will ask other questions. What is the data means here? You are saying some collecting data. What is the data here? Nitish, Arshida, Vaishnavi. Guys, I am expecting response from everyone. And keep on asking, please. What is the meaning of data here?
A quantity kind of.
Yeah, just don't think too technical, madam. Just think normal and tell in your real life. Some data you collected means what you've done. What are the way?
Well-defined.
Yes, Nitish, please.
Sir, collection of something within the well-defined set.
Can you give one example with respect to your school or your class?
So marks scored by a particular person in English subject or any subject.
Marks scored. Marks scored. So there are rubrics. Suppose how many ways we can collect the data here? One is called raw data. All these things you already know. Just I want to encapsulate. Another one is called grouped data. Another one is frequency distribution table. Or another one is grouped data. Some other data is called like I will just a minute. Yeah. Meanwhile, tell me what is the raw data? What is the grouped data? Anyone?
The raw data is a data like which is collected primarily from a source. It is without any classification or.
It's without any class interval.
Sorry?
Without any class interval.
Frequency distribution data. Or in group, this is also comes under grouped data and it is with respect to range. So if I am talking about a particular subject, just I am listing out the math marks out of 70, for example, out of 80. Sorry. You can say it is randomly student number 1, student number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 students are there, 8, 9, 10. One he got some 79, he got some 65, 55, 36, 78, 80, 79, 52, 60, 61. This kind of collection of data is called raw data. So in raw data is actually very clear. Small quantities of raw data will be easy to analyze. Will you agree? Understand what is the meaning of raw data?
Yes, sir.
Raw data is actual data. Raw data is actual data. But when the data is in the format of raw data, data in the sense it's a collection of certain things, might be through surveys, through some assessments, and based on the situation, the data will be different. It might be numbers, it might be pictures, or it might be anything. And a raw data is a pure data. The first source of the data which we are collecting from the people, or what are the things, census reports, or you're saying marks collection, and everything is a raw data. And in different stages, it will be different. For school class teacher point of view, she is having raw data. But when it comes to coordinator point of view, then she will take the group data. She won't bother about the individual person's data. Class H, what is the average mark? Class 9, section wise, what is the average mark? Suppose if we a group of 100 schools, they won't bother about the one particular class. Class 9, what is the average mark of all the subjects? And the management is going to discuss. So like this, we are having different kinds of data we are collecting. In that group data is two kinds. One kind of collection of data is some fixed values. Suppose if I am getting who scored 51, how many are there? Who scored 52, how many are there? Who scored 53, how many are there? 3 are there for 51, 5 are there for 52. It's not much clear data, but it is also an accurate data. 10 members which got 53 exactly. But it is not so easy to get the small data like this. Whenever the data is very huge, suppose throughout India 15 lakhs people are writing, then 1 to 780 marks. Who got 0? Then you can list out here. 15 lakhs data you can't analyze easily, but with 180 readings you can able to understand how many people got 0, how many people got 1, how many people got 2, 3, 4 and all. And other than this, frequency distribution tables is little different. This is also an accurate data, but frequency distribution table is not accurate data. Accurate data in the sense, suppose if I am distributing the data in such a way, how many people got 0 to 10 marks? How many people got 10 to 20 marks? How many people got 20 to 30 marks? 30 to 40 marks? 40 to 50 marks? 50 to 60 marks? 60 to 70 marks, and 70 to 80 marks. What is the difference between the previous raw data and this tabular column data? This is called frequency distribution. Anyone? You've gone through all these three kind of data in your earlier classes. Will you agree? Students, understand what I'm saying? Are you clear what I'm trying to say? This is also a group data, but this group data is not fixed. Suppose a few students got 9, 8, 7, 2, 1, 5, 5, 5, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 students are there. Whether the person who got 10 and whether the person who got 9, both will be in this region. Forget about who got 10. It is 11 to 20, 21 to 30, then it will be clear. And 31 to 40. Understand, students, what I'm saying? If I'm giving, again, there is a doubt. 10.5 comes out to do. That's the reason they are making 10, 20 here. Who got less than 10 or 10, they will be in first group. Greater than 10, then will be in the second group. But here, suppose if I'm mentioning 20 people are here, but all the 20 people you are deciding that the scores got 0 to 10, but you don't know exactly each and everyone how much you got. Because of the huge amount of the data, you are grouping like this. And this is also one kind of analysis. Using this pie charts you can make and histograms you can make. But apart from this, what we are going to do? What we done in grade 10? Please, anyone? What we done in grade 10? Hamsini, Harshida. Yes, only one girl is giving the answer. Nitin, Harshini, Hamsini, and sometimes one more guy is giving the answer. No, what about others? Harshida, Madhumita, Shriya, Raghav, Vaishnavi. So first question is, what is the difference between this previous raw data and if I'm collecting the data is like this, what makes difference here? What kind of confusion you may arise if I'm trying to do something? And with the help of these data, what you done in grade 9 and 10, what you completed, what you learned. Anyone who is going to tell? Guys, please respond. Shriya, Raghav.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please. Can you brief what we done in grade 10, Nitin or Raghav or anyone? First question is, what is the difference between if the data is collected in this format, the data is collected in raw format, what is the difference?
Sir, in raw format, we just add up the observations and then divide it by the total number of observations. Whereas we can't do that in collected data.
In raw data, each and every observation is clear. Correct? But in this case of group data, all observations are not clear. You are saying 20 students are getting the marks in between 0 to 10, but you don't know each and everyone how much exactly they got. Correct?
Yes, sir.
But when is the raw group data is useful for us? If the data very huge, which can't be handled easily, those cases, group data only the option for us. Because analyzing the data is not so easy if the data is very huge. You are collecting the scores of some 30 lakh students. Each student is going to write 6 subjects. And each subject is variation from 0 to pass mark and pass mark to 10 marks. With a gap, you are going to list out. That is not so easy. Now, with the help of the data, you are trying to calculate something. You've done something in 10th standard. What kind of calculations you've done in 10th standard? Anyone? Vaishnavi, what you've done in grade 9 and grade 10 statistics? What we done? What are the things? There are some formulas, there are calculations, some additions, subtractions, something you've done. There is names for that. What is that? Guys, please.
Sir, we learned 3 methods to find mean of group data.
So whether it is group data, whether it is raw data, we started with finding the mean, correct? Understood
Yes,
what I'm saying? And from finding the mean, we are doing with the different methods. So what are the method you've done? You will get approximately mean value is same, but in different methods, you are getting different means. I don't think so you will get the same mean, correct? Particular method will be easy for particular combination of data. So if it is group of data, one method will be little simple. The data is like this, one method is simple. What is the accurate mean value? When it is raw data, then it will be very easy number of, what is general definition of the mean? Sum of all observations divided by total number of observations. Will you agree? Generally, this concept we will use in practicals. Anyone already done the practicals, students? Any 1 or 2 experiments done, linear calipers or screw gauge or something?
Yes, sir.
What you will done? What you will do in screw gauge or linear calipers experiment? Anyone, please, quickly. These are the general questions. I'm not asking anything subject related questions here.
sir, we'll find the same calculation for about 3 times, and then we'll find the mean
Why you are
value
doing 2-3 times?
to avoid errors.
Yeah. So first time, I don't know if I'm doing any error or not. That's the reason I'm doing 3 or 4 times. I'm taking the average of all the things. Each and every time I'm getting one different value. Approximately all are close to each other. Correct?
Yes, sir.
How you're going to calculate? Just adding all the observations. First time if you done, what is the value you are getting, plus second time what reading you are getting, plus third time what you are getting, fourth time, fifth time. Usually you have to do 5 times. So 5 times readings divided by sum of all the 5 readings divided by number of times you observe. But in real case, we will observe sometimes 1 lakh readings, 2 lakhs readings also. So the mean is, I can say like average value of what you done. Correct? What you observe. Different methods you are having. What is the next step you done in same physics, Vaishnavi? After mean, what you done? After mean, what you done? Subrajit, please. I know if people are already might be completed in school, but if you are really completed in school in properly, please let me know what is median, what is mode.
So median is the middle. And
Median.
mode is the most repeated value.
Most repeated values. Median is arrange
The middlemost value among the given set of
all
observations.
observations either ascending or descending the middle. So you are having different methods. Raw data median is easy, raw data mode is easy, group data you are having, you created some formulas, you are calculating. Now, the question is, what is the difference between mean, median, and mode? What is the difference between mean, median, and mode? What is the difference between mean, median, and mode? 3 times I asked a question. Your opinion, don't think about right or wrong value. I need the your like something will say your mind now. Some answer will be there in your mind. Please express it. What is your opinion on my question? Sir, this is what the my meaning. This is a meaning. This is a mode. This is a. But if I am asking what is the difference, how you can say this is mean, this is mode. What is its significance?
Mean is the average value.
Correct. Summing all the
And
observations
median is
divided
the
by.
And median is the middle value, and mode is the value which occurs repeatedly.
And what is the difference between 3 things? Suppose you take median, mean. What is the difference? How you can differ? What this is the mean. Same data. Mean is meaning this one. Median is this one. How you can differ? Guys, expecting answer. Class will be like this. If you are giving some inputs, well, I'm not asking you if you say anything wrong or right. I'm not going to give any punishment to you. Anyone never thought, even in +1, what is the significance of mean? What is the significance of mode? What is its difference? Students, are you clear what I am trying to asking you? First of all, Sir, we already have done all these things. Shall we go for directly numericals? Why all these things we require? Then tell me what is the difference between median and mode? What is the mean and mode difference? Same data you can get mean, you can apply the median. Suppose if I'm having the data, there are 10 students or 10 batsmen. The scores of the 10 batsmen is like 80 in a test match, 80, 102, 30, 0, and 121, 45, 250, and 300, and 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 51. These are the 10 batsmen scores in a test match. What is the mean here? Anyone can calculate the mean and mode and median with the help of your. This is a general raw data. It will be easy to calculate with the help of calculator. Within a minute, you can able to calculate. What is the mean here? What is the mode here? And what is the median? Yeah, I need the calculation. Even I also know. Even if I call concerned student, he will tell what is its meaning? What is the difference? Why mode will be valid? Why median will be considered? Why when mean will be considered? Each student think over it. Try to get it. Only formula will not be enough. Sorry, little loudly. Sorry. First, calculate the mean, mode, and median. That is the basic things you already done. Please calculate the mean, mode, and median. Guys, please, expecting answers from you. Little bit fast. Arshida. Raghav, can you give the any difference? What is the anywhere you thought what is the difference between mean, mode, and median?
Sure, mean is 99.4.
So my answer is that there is no difference, sir. Suppose if my acharya is asking, my teacher is asking, I don't think so. There is a difference between mean, mode, and median. I don't think so. There is a difference between mean, mode, and median. All are same only. The way how we are calculating, we are giving the different names. There is no difference between the mean, mode, and median. All are giving average values of the data only. How many people will agree with my statement? And why? Are you clear, guys? What I am trying to discuss with you people? What I am trying to make? Students, please respond. Raghav, Sriram, Sai, Raghav, Vaishnavi, Sriram.
Sir, how they are the same?
First of all, you have to understand what is exact meaning of mean, mode, and median. In this case, the mode is not valid. It is not possible to find out the mode. Why it is not possible to find out the mode? The mode definition is what? If many values, many observations are keep on repeating. Suppose if I am having many observations, then it will be easy to calculate the mode. Median, all the readings are different readings. Just I am making in ascending order and descending order, and I'm taking the exact the middle value. That is called median. Mean is the average of all the things. I'm going with a simple example to understand what is there is no difference between all the things. So it's very simple to say the mean or mode or median will says all are finding the average of the observations. That means you are going to calculate central tendency of data. Central tendency of data. Suppose if I am having the readings like this 5, 10, 10, 15, 20. No, I'm taking only these values. Suppose if I'm no 5 values. I need 5 values. Yeah. Suppose if I'm asking mean, what you will do? 5 plus 10 plus 10 plus 15 plus 20. 5. What is the answer? 25. 25 plus 15 is 30, 40, 50. 50 by 5. It is 10. And if I'm talking about mode, 5 is repeated only one time. 10 is repeated 2 times. 15 is repeated 1 time. 20 is repeated 1 time. So the mode is 10. And when I'm talking about median, 5, 10, 10, 15, 20. In this case, the central value is 10. So the meaning of central tendency means all the readings are nearby this reading. Many readings are repeatedly coming, then we will choose the calculation of central tendency with the help of mode calculations. All are having distinct values, then we will use the median. And mean is a general method of calculation of average. But what will happen in real cases, in case of grouped data with the help of the frequency distribution data? Suppose if I'm taking 0, 2 to 10. In actual data, suppose if there are 30 members here, these 30 members individual data are here. Person 1, how many? Suppose if it is a number of marks scored by 30 persons, between 0 to 10 is 30. That means whether the person is getting 0 or whether person is getting 1, 2, 3 also you are skipping here. If it is raw data, it will be very accurate. First of all, the meaning of mean or mode or median is calculation of central tendency of a data. The meaning of central tendency of a data means that is a value which is greater than least value and less than maximum value, and almost of all the values are approaching that value. That's the reason you are saying yes.
Sir, but in a larger data set, the like 3 of the mean, mode, median would differ, right?
It differ. Why it is differing? Because you don't know the accurate data, correct? Suppose if I'm saying larger data 0 to 100, 0 to 10. Suppose I'm taking
no, sir. As in the case of which you gave earlier, like a larger number of.
Correct. So when I'm handling the larger data, sometimes my mean and mode are varying a lot. Median are varying a lot. That means even the central tendency value is not accurate using these methods. Correct? That means whatever the value I am getting, it is deviating from my methods. Suppose if it is accurate value, suppose if I'm taking x1, x2, x3, x4, xy, and x6, x5. You can take 100 values also, but you got an average value of this is A. That means what? A is x1 is less than A and x5 is greater than A. A is lying between x1 to x5. If I'm arranging the things in x5, and according to your concept, it is in case of median, it is approximately equal to x3. So with the help of some methods, I calculated the central tendency of this data, either mean or either median or either mode, it is A. Generally, mode will be useful to calculate repeated. There are 1 lakh observations, but 1 lakh observations, you got only 5 values. Understood what I'm saying? There are 2 lakh observations, I got only 3 values. That time, generally, we will use the method of mode to quickly say what is the central tendency values. if it is very accurate, if A is real central tendency, that means any reading can able to nearby this. That is like average class mark. What is the meaning of average class mark in general? What is the meaning of average class mark? What is the meaning of math average class mark? The person who got centum also, if there are many people who got less than 30, your class mark will go down. The average class mark says each and every student approximately minimum that much of mark he got. That's the meaning, general meaning of average class mark. But if the distribution is very, if the variation is very high, people who got less than 30 and people who got more than 90 or more, your average will not be an accurate central tendency of the data. That means there is a deviation. Suppose if it is very accurate data, if I am taking x1 minus a plus x1 minus b plus x2 minus a plus x3 minus a plus x4 minus a plus x5 minus a divided by 5 should be 0. Why? Anyone can say why? Students, are you getting what I'm trying to say? x1, x2, x3, x4, x5 are my values. If I'm saying A is a very accurate central tendency, central tendency means all the values are, it is like a mean of all the values. It is an average of all the values. Suppose if it is an average of all the values, if I'm doing like this, you will get 0. Why? Because if few values are
Sir,
less
can I
than.
tell?
Yes, please.
Sir, like take a simple example. Suppose a person got like in a test, a person got 75%, and another person got let's say 95%, and another person got 85%. So 85% is the middlemost value in this case. So the deviating factor here is plus 10 and minus 10. So they both add up to 0. So basically, the adding and the subtracting value cancel off and it becomes 0.
Yeah. Suppose if I'm not getting 0, suppose if I'm getting other than some constant I'm getting, that means what? Your A value is not actual central tendency point. Your central tendency with the help of mean or with the help of mode or with the help of median, we are having different formula. Your central tendency is deviating. How much it is deviated means what are the value you are getting, that is the deviation. That means in +1 we are going to calculate. You said no, sir, it is not always same. A previous said, sir, it is not same. Why we are getting different values if I am doing the mean for the same data, mode for the same data, median for the same data. Even 3 values we are getting different, but actual central tendency is different. So how much it is deviating from my central tendency, calculation of the deviation is only our job in +1. Now understand exactly the meaning of mean, mode and median. Mean, mode, median are correct, accurate values for the different situation. It is based on the collection of your data. Are you clear, guys, what I'm saying? Students, are you clear what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So our job is here calculation of how much it is. First of all, you have to understand all three are same. If many values are repeating again and again, even if 2 lakhs readings also, I am getting only a few values are again and again. Suppose only 4 values are coming again and again 5 lakhs times. That time mode is very accurate to central tendency. Suppose if I am getting different values, it is varies from 0 to 100, but almost of all the values are covering. Some 10 lakhs readings I am taking, but all the 10 lakh readings are varying from 0 to 100, but almost of all the numbers are covering. There you will get, generally you will take the median concept. Your mean is just raw data. Directly you are getting the raw data. That mean is always actual central tendency. But grouped data you can't calculate like that. In grouped data 0 to 10, how many are there? 10 to 20, how many are there? 20 to 30, how many are there? That mean is not actually equal to exact mean. Will you agree, students? Students, understand what I'm saying? Guys, suppose if I'm giving the data like this, 3, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 3, 6, 6 plus 2, 9, 7. But if I'm giving the data like this, 0 to 5, 10 members, 5 to 10, 10 members, 10 to 15, 8 members. Whatever the mean you are calculating here, whatever the mean if I'm calculating like this, suppose 18 members, 28 members are here. 28 members individual data I'm having. Here also you will get the mean by adding all the values and you can divide with the number of observation. This mean, calculation of mean using the raw data is very accurate. That is called actual central tendency, but it is not possible to calculate always like this. If the data is like frequency distribution table, you can't calculate the actual central tendency. Understand the meaning of central tendency now? What is the meaning of central tendency? Are you clear? Students, please respond. Guys, please respond. Whether it is mean or whether it is mode or whether it is median, whether you are doing graphical method and all, your final aim of the data is calculating the central tendency of the data. If it is a raw data, the average of the data is always accurate central tendency. But the same raw data, if you are grouping, you will get a different mean value. That mean value and the central tendency difference is called deviation. How much it is deviated. In real life, the deviation you have to minimize. That you will do anyway in MSc Math and BSc Math. But here, we are going to learn the basics of the standard deviation concept. With respect to mean, what is the standard deviation? With respect to median, what is the standard deviation? Now, are you clear why I am saying mean, median, mode are all related to central tendency only? I don't think so. There is no difference. All are leading to calculation of the central tendency. Central tendency is like calculation of average of raw data is nothing but central tendency. Students, are you clear what I'm trying to say? Anyone having any doubt so far before going to some sample questions? Because once question started, there is nothing here. Just apply the formula. All questions are same kind. Just apply the formula, do it. Apply the formula, do it. Apply the formula, do it. Students, are you clear what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm giving small question. I'm having a few observations, 6, 7, 10, 12, 13, 4, 8, 12. Find mean, calculate the mean, and tell me how much you are getting. Calculate the mean and tell me how much you are getting. Calculate the mean, how much you are getting. Guys, what is the mean value here? Hope you know how to add the numbers. Please. How many observations are here, Raghav? Hamsini? General mean value. You know, you are done in 9th and 10th now. How to calculate general mean? Please do it. Guys, you able to hear what I'm asking?
Yes.
What is the mean value? What is the mean value? Many are here. Is mean is 9. Yeah, the mean is 9. That means, according to definition of mean, this is a central tendency of this data. Central tendency of this data. Central tendency means almost of all the values are, if I'm listing out all the values are nearby this value. That's the meaning of central tendency. The find the difference between your observations and mean. That means how much the real observation is deviated with respect to your mean value. How much the real observations are deviated with respect to your mean value. That means if I'm taking this is x1, x2, x3, I'm asking you to calculate the xi minus x bar, where I is equal to 1 to 8 here. That means x1 minus x bar, modulus, not modulus. x1 minus x, x2 minus x, x3 minus x. How much you are getting? I will get a values of 6 minus 9 minus 3, 7 minus 9 minus 2, 10 minus 9 1, 12 minus 9 3, 13 minus 9 4, 4 minus 9 minus 5, 8 minus 9 is minus 1, 12 minus 9 is 3. These are the what are these? These are the deviations of the respective observations. Deviations with respect to each and every observation. Suppose if it is actual central tendency value, it is actual central tendency value, your deviation with respect to mean should be 0. Deviation, that means it is not deviated with respect to actual mean, with respect to central tendency. Suppose if I am taking the average of all these deviations, the absolute, that is called absolute value of deviation. Minus 3 minus 2 plus 1 plus 3 plus 4 minus 5 minus 1 plus 3 divided by 8 values. How much you are getting? Students, how much you are getting? How much you are getting? Sorry, absolute values, modulus, all should be taken as plus here. What is each and everything is deviated this much minus, this is plus, this is plus. So your absolute deviations means just add all the magnitude of all the deviations with number of observations. I'm getting 22 by 8, which is giving 2.75. That means this is the deviation of mean with respect to central tendency. This much of deviation is possible with respect to central tendency. Suppose if I'm taking 9 plus or minus 2.75, you will get almost of all the values except 13, rest of all the values except 13 and 4. You will get almost of all the values are repeating within that range. Will you agree? Now understand exact the meaning of deviation, students. Deviation, this is called mean deviation. This is called deviation with respect to mean. So if I want to formulate, how I can formulate, what you are doing first, these are the readings, x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, and so on, xi. And I'm calculating the mean, x bar is equal, you know how to calculate, x1 plus x2 plus and so on, xi by n. Xn means, this is xn means, that is 1 by n, 1 by n sigma xi, where I is equal to 1 to n. Once I got, I'm calculating xi minus x bar modulus value. Now I'm taking 1 by n sigma xi by x bar. Sorry, x minus xi minus x bar. You are taking the deviation with respect to each and every value, and I am taking the average of all the deviation. That is called mean deviation with respect to mean deviation of x. Mean deviation. This is called mean deviation. This is for only raw data. The same kind of mean deviation how to calculate for the group data. That's what our job. Guys, are you clear?
Yes,
Is
sir.
it clear? Shall we go for one more question? First step is calculation of what is the mean deviation, mean deviation. Calculate the mean deviation about mean. About mean means you have to, with respect to mean, you have to calculate the deviation. About mean for the following data. For the following data. The data is 2, 7, 8, 7, 6, 1, 7, 9, 10, 5, 2, 7, 8, 7, 6, 1, 7, 9, 10, 5. What is the total number of readings? Total number of observations is 20. Check whether you're getting 20 or not. 1, 2, 3. This is 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yes. Calculate. I'm giving 5 minutes time. Please calculate. First step, calculation of the mean. Second step, each and every observation, what is the deviation with mean. So collect all the absolute deviations and take the average. That is the mean deviation of, you are calculating the mean of all the deviation with respect to their mean, observations mean. First calculate and let me know what is the mean of this data.
No, sir. Before itself you came, sir. Before itself you came, sir. Around... Oh, 3 itself. Oh. Still class is going on or should it class over, sir? Oh, please. No, unmuted.
Anyone got the mean value? Raghav got the mean value? Vaishnavi?
Sir, I'm getting 125 by 20.
No. The mean is 10. Sorry guys. One second. How much you got?
125 by 20.
125 by
20.
Yeah. So the mean is 125 by 20, which is equal to how much? 6.25. Correct? This is very nice data. If you look into any value except 2, a few values are more deviated. Now calculate all the absolute deviations xi minus x bar and tell me what are the values you are getting. That means 2 minus 6.25, 7 minus 6.25, 8 minus 6.25, 7 minus 6.25, 6 minus 2.1 minus 6.25, and sum up all the things. Find out the mean deviation, that is 1 by n sigma modulus of xi minus x bar. 2 minus 6.65, 4.25. 1.25, 6 minus 2.5 minus 2, this is minus, yeah. Anyway, absolute 1.25, 2.25, 8 minus 6, 7 minus 6 is 1.25, 6 minus 6 is 0.25, 1 minus is 5.25. Like this, you calculate and add all the things and let me know what is the answer you are getting. Please, quickly.
Sir, you have already subtracted this.
No, you have to subtract now. This is a raw data I gave. That is a raw data. That is my raw data.
Sir, I'm getting 2.175.
2.17.
175.
175. CF 6.25 plus or minus 2.175. Almost all we are covering all the data except 1 and 2. Am I right or wrong? Students, what is the value of 6.25 plus or minus 2.175? The maximum value is you are getting around 8.89. 8.8 and 8.9 is coming. With respect to minus, you are getting 4 point something. So the deviation is 2.175. So any value approximate the mean deviation is 2.175 with respect to mean to its original value. Yeah, one more last question for today. Tomorrow, if it is raw data, it will be easy to calculate. But if it is a group data, if it is a frequency distribution table data, how to do it? Find the mean deviation about mean for the following data. Three, 9, 5, 3, 12, 10, 18, 4, 7, 19, 21. First, find X bar and let me know what is the answer for X bar. Students, please. Find X bar.
So 10.1,
What is the answer?
0.09.
10.09. 10.09. I'm taking as 10. Now, it's taking a little bit time. Yes, I'm going to wind up. Calculate the deviation with respect to each observation. The mean deviation with respect to mean will be equal to 3 minus 10, 7 plus 9 minus 10, 1 plus 5 minus 10, 5 plus 3 minus 10, 7 plus 4 minus 10, 2 plus 10 minus 10, 0 plus 18 minus 10, 8 plus 4 minus 10, 6.
Sir, is the mean correct? I'm getting different value.
Sorry? Three plus 9 plus 11 divided by what are the total number of observations? What are the total number of observations?
Yes, sir.
10 complete. How many observations are there? Many are there.
Sir, 11 observations are there, right?
11 observations. What is your answer?
So no, sir, the mean is 111 by 11.
100 number of the 1, 2, 3,
No, sir, I'm talking
4,
about the mean,
8,
sir, not the mean deviation.
11. Mean is how much you got? No, I'm taking approximately 10. Forget about it. What is the mean deviation you are getting here? Mean deviation with respect to mean or about mean? Seven 1 plus 8, 8 plus 5 is 13, 13 plus 7 is 20, 22, 22 plus 8, 30, 36. 36 plus 3 is missing here, sorry. 39, 48, 49, 59 by 11. So what is the answer you are getting? 59 by 11 is approximately how much? I'm getting
Sir,
approximately
isn't it
5.4.
61?
61 or 59?
So the first observation is 9, right?
7. 10 minus 3, man.
Okay, sir.
See
Then
here.
it's 59. 59. Yes, sir.
So I'm getting approximately 5.4. To take 10 plus or minus 5.4, see, we'll get all the
Yes, sir.
values will be
5.4.
like that minimum and maximum almost, except to only boundary values. This is the mean deviation. About mean, after that we are having the different concept like standard deviation and all group data. With respect to the median, how to calculate? Suppose that the same question, if I'm calculating with respect to the median, approximately I will get the same deviation. If the deviation is getting so far, then we are having another approaches of calculating the deviations. So the deviation is required for particular situations. For theoretical and practical, why the difference is coming, how much it is deviated, we can able to predict with the help of this data. Nowadays, many people are talking about machine learning, artificial intelligence. All these things will be like predictions using the statistics. We are programming using these statistics only. So it's very simple, but try to understand the conceptual way. Statistics understanding the conceptual way is not so easy what you thought, what you think. You can go to deeper and deeper. It will be very interesting if you go through the statistics like this. General discussion of solving the questions is very simple because all are like formulas. If I'm saying mean deviation, just calculate the mean, subtract each observation from the mean, and take the average of all the values. That is the mean deviation. That is also one more method. But if we are learning something, at least we have to learn why we are learning, what is its use. Yeah, hope you are clear. Tomorrow we are going to discuss some more numericals, and we are going to discuss how to do the mean for group data and frequency distributions. That is only in our chapter. After that, cumulative deviation, some other things will be there. Cumulative variance, that also we are going to discuss here. But first we will discuss majority of the topics is deviation only. So anyone having any doubts, please let me know. Otherwise, I will wind up the session. Students, please.
No doubt, sir.
Yeah, we'll meet in next class. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.